Did you know? Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt was directly inspired by American cartoon Drawn Together. Hiromi Wakabayashi, scriptwriter and storyboarder for Panty and Stocking, recounted how Comedy Central's raunchy animated reality show sparked the idea for the Gynax staff. A few years ago, I, along with other Gynax staffers at an American convention, were watching the American TV animation Drawn Together, and we couldn't believe that they were showing such explicit things on TV. I thought, why don't we do that? Wakabayashi also stated the Powerpuff Girls as a reference, as well as his love for American shows Glee and Gossip Girl. Despite their enthusiasm, however, it seemed like Japan was not quite ready for Gynax's take on Americans' late-night cartoons. According to Wakabayashi, Japanese audiences were not used to Western animation-style cliffhangers, and the ending left many in Japan frustrated. Shigeto Koyama, coordinator and illustrator for the series, also lamented some of the challenges the team faced. There were a lot of troubles actually, as Japan was not really into that style. The main team comprised of the six of us: me, Hiromi Wakabayashi, Atsushi Nishigori, Hiroyuki Imaishi, Masahiko Otsuka, and Yo Yoshinari, went and edited the animation ourselves. It was easier than teaching others, and gave us the liberty to do it in a style we envisioned. Koyama continued, it did not do as well in Japan, as they did not like the main characters to be too sexy. A pure, sweet character would appeal to them more. Overseas, however, was very different. The fans are very passionate and are asking for a sequel. When asked about the possibility of a second season of Panty and Stocking, Wakabayashi stated that they didn't have material for just one season, but had material for another 6 seasons. What ultimately doomed the possibility of future seasons of the show, however, was the Panty and Stocking staff wanting to break away from Gynax, eventually forming Studio Trigger in 2011. Western pop culture references are abundant in Panty and Stocking. Episode 10 features numerous musical parodies, including album cover parodies of Nirvana's Nevermind, The Beatles' Abbey Road, Pink Floyd's The Division Bell, and King Crimson's In the Court of the Crimson King. Music video parodies of Lady Gaga's Telephone, and Oasis' Do You Know What I Mean. Straight up band parodies of Gorillaz, Kiss, Queen, Tattoo, Marilyn Manson, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, and the Sex Pistols. The first part of episode 7 features characters who are parodies of Optimus Prime, Megatron, and The Fallen, from the then recent Michael Bay directed Transformer movies. Interestingly enough, the voice actors for the first 2 characters, Tesho Genda and Seizo Kato, happen to be the longtime voice actors for Optimus Prime and Megatron in Japan. Several figures that resemble famous characters can be seen on Stocking's shelf, including Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas, Annabelle from the comic Nightmares and Fairy Tales, Death Jr. from the game and comic Death Jr., and Frankenweenie from the 1984 Tim Burton movie Frankenweenie. Wakabayashi's love for teen girl dramas was also referenced in episode 2, where the health teacher rambles that if you have sex, you'll die, which is a reference to 2004's Mean Girls. Panty and Stocking's dog, Chuck, heavily resembles Gur from the Nickelodeon series Invader Zim. This didn't go unnoticed, however. In 2010, Zim creator Jonan Vasquez took to Tumblr and commented on the similarity. Well, here's that Gynax show that took Gur out of the whorehouse he was working in and gave him a new job. It's nice seeing him get some work, but I gotta say it's a bit on the simple side for my tastes, what with the fart and shit jokes, but the ending is pretty ridiculous, and Gynax produces some of the only Japanese animation I can stand without wishing I was the drinking type, so I'm looking forward to more. Panty and Stocking also includes references to many other anime as well. In the first part of episode 2, a number of different characters resembling Gynax characters, from shows that the Panty and Stocking crew have worked on, appear in the school scene, which includes Naoto and Haruko from FLCL, Kamina, Simone, Nia, Yoko, Viral, Attenborough, Liron, Jorgen, and Balenbo from Gurren Lagann, Lark, Nono, Chico, and Nono's manager from Die Buster. In the second part of episode 7, one of the sweets that Stocking spent $300,000 on is a green, fruit-like version of the Behelit from the Berserk franchise. In an interview with Anime News Network, director Hiroyuki Imaishi and Yo Yoshinari were asked about finding the balance when things like Panty and Stocking go over the top. Yoshinari said, "So if we were to say what we showed you was 50, what we want to do would be 100, and if we do 100, it probably wouldn't be able to air. To which Imaishi chimed in, and it would possibly be too much for the audience as well, but it's like, if we could air something on Adult Swim, we probably wouldn't hold back at all. Thanks for watching. We're Did You Know Anime, the anime trivia resource. Make sure you follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the latest facts and trivia. I've been Gigguk from the Anime Zone. You can find me on youtube.com/Gigguk. I do lots of stupid anime related content, so if you like, give it a watch.